The largest block of voters in the United States are people who don't vote, and they don't vote because they have no one to vote for. And they're convinced that if they vote for who they want, even if they're not offered on the ballot, that they're throwing their vote away. So why even try? Why participate? Well, if you feel that way, you've bought into all the myths of the power class. One of the biggest myths that the power class uses, and one of the reasons why it's such a pervasive notion, is because they've spent my entire lifetime and longer convincing us, just saturating us with this notion that what doesn't matter now won't matter later. And this is a lie. We should know this in our own experience, that things that seem like they don't matter now can matter very much later. But the power class doesn't want you to understand that in a way that it applies to voting, because they know that it's going to take them out of their positions, at least legislatively. So they work really hard to put people on the ballot that don't represent us, that represents them. And then that kind of breaks us down. You know, the average American breaks them down a little bit, thinking that I never have anyone to vote for. It's always the lesser of two evils. And after a while, that you just, why am I doing it? Why am I taking time trying to learn who these people are when they're all just garbage? And now I'm going to try to figure out which piece of garbage is the best piece of garbage. And then I've got to take time out of my day, hopefully there aren't long lines because of voter suppression, to cast a vote that doesn't matter. Why does anyone want to sign up for this? It's all a giant pain in the ass. It seems like it's pointless. And that's all deliberate. That is all deliberate. It's designed to suppress the vote. It's designed to keep the power class in power in a representative democracy. So the protest vote is a way for people, this non-voter bloc, to have an option. It's a way for you to get excited about the election because you're going to put your protest vote in a pool with other protest votes. And if all these non-voters voted like this, gets you excited. You get to vote for your mom, you get to vote for your first grade teacher, you get to vote for the guy down the street. Whatever it is, just vote for them. Because the truth is, what doesn't matter now will matter later. So when you vote for your mom, when you vote for your teacher, it's not going to matter now. But if you vote for the two turds on the ticket, if you vote for either of these guys, it's not going to matter either. And then if you sit home and don't vote, it's not going to matter this time. But later on down the line, it's going to matter. All those things are really, really going to matter. So what you want is the thing that helps you to matter most. And what helps you matter most is by protest voting, because it sends out a signal. Look at all these non-voters. They're voting now, and guess who they're voting for? Not us. So we better get our act together. We better put somebody together who at least more closely represents the will of the people, or at least the will of these protest votes, because they're starting to grow. For decades, nothing has really happened that's helped me or the people that I know. It's all been pretty much different flavors of the same thing. And it's because we've been voting for these garbage people that's vetted by the power class, that's put there, that becomes the establishment of whatever side that you're on. The only way that we can fight that is by not being apathetic, by not being disillusioned, and by employing the power of the protest vote. It's not a thrown away vote. It seems like it is because it's not going to work this time. It's not an immediate fix. But it takes us off that square. It moves us to the next position. And that position is to take the power class. If we don't vote, we don't have any voice around which somebody who could represent us has hope of actually succeeding. At least if we vote and say, we don't like you. It's a vote of no confidence in those people that are being given to us to represent us. That's the very least it's saying. And that says a lot next time around, because people know that they want those votes. They want those protest votes. And if there's a lot of them, they're going to really want them. And then that's where you start getting your power. That's where you start getting people who represent you. But if you don't vote, or if you keep voting for the same problem, you're never going to get off of that square. So it's a kind of a long-term process. It's not going to matter now. It's not going to change your world right now. But it sets the ball rolling so that later on we can take the next step and go even further and go even further. You think that we got here because of one thing? No, we got here because of a multi-layered attack. So we have to strip away those things, and it takes time to do. Then the first step that we take to do that is by voting for who you want to vote for. Vote your conscience. Don't vote for people that you have no confidence in. Don't vote for people that you think are scandalous or you don't trust. Just simply do not vote for them. This isn't a game about siding with the most popular side. This isn't a game about ensuring that one side loses, because those games always end in us losing. This is a game about sending a message to the power class that we do not accept what you're offering, and we need something better than that. So that's what my vote is about. I don't know if people will understand this or not, but that's just how it is for me. It's the only path to success that I see. For me personally, I have to vote for me. I have to vote for the people that I care about, and the options that I'm given aren't that. They're the antithesis of it, and I can't put my name on it, and I can't sleep well at night voting for one person just because I don't want the other person to win. That's not going to help me. That's not a good reason to vote for someone. We need better reasons than that. We need better choices than that. And the only way we can do that is by getting excited and understanding that we can make a difference. You can make a difference. Even if you don't have a choice, you can make a difference by making that choice. You just make it, and that gives you your power. And that's the big myth, that we're not able to do that. That doesn't matter, and it absolutely does. It's an intensely powerful notion, and the power class wants everything in the world for you to not understand it or believe it. And that's why it's such a pervasive notion, and that's why it's probably hard for you to believe now. But if you think about it, it works. Let me know what you think in the comments. I would be interested in hearing if you're disappointed, if you are all for it, if you understand it, if you still think I'm full of shit. Let me know. I would like to see that. I'm not going to fight with anybody, but I just want to see where people are coming from so that I can understand it a little bit more. So I would really appreciate that if you could let me know what you think. And until next time, go democracy and take care.